Welcome to the stream, guys. This is Pwn Noob here with Urine,
Hello.
and this is going to be SCL Season 3 starting up. I am excited here. We got four great matches here for you. We're going to be starting off with Catnip versus Jyaty, and I know you guys have been waiting a year for this, so let's get started.
So the first game is on pub NE47, correct?
I am excited for this. So this is going to be a silver match versus Catnip, who was in Season 2 and is remained in silver, versus Jyaty, who is a up-and-coming player. I want to say sniper, but he also does have a good spy also.
Yeah, he's maybe one of the sort of underdogs in the bronze division, but definitely one to look for.
Okay, give me just one moment here. There we go. I've been hiding things from myself. We're starting on pub. It is going to be Catnip as the sniper and Jyaty as the spy. And we will start. 3, 2, 1, playing it. So we have Jyaty as formerly known as Papa Danger, or not formerly known, actively known as Papa Danger as the spy. Catnip, and a quick highlight there for an early statue by Rocker.
Tap is the ambassador, solid choice. And
So,
immediately getting a highlight for a fingerprint on the briefcase.
in conversation with Jyaty before this game, and I told this to most new players, just come out punching. I want them to do something here to get the game started, get rid of their nerves, and I really do like the early briefcase, even if it did end up being a fingerprint. Also a fingerprint.
Yeah, it's definitely healthy not to waste time early on.
Likewise with the bold flirt at statues, another bold play by Jyaty, and
Not picking
doesn't
up the
get punished for
statue.
it. Up the statue in that case, I think he just was meant to back off, given that Twin hadn't put it down yet.
I think the twin put it down in time for him to have to pick it up, but it seems that Catnip didn't really notice that. Or at least it's not clear that she did. Two minutes left on the clock, and already getting close to being done with Seduce. Got a one fingerprint. This is definitely some very good pacing on Jyaty's part.
Okay, and that was a cane bug, and does not look like Catnip has noticed it. I think that was a really good bug.
Yeah, that came off pretty much invisible. Of course, when Papa Danger shows up next to the ambassador, everyone gets kind of scared and just assumes bug anyway.
If Catnip knows, she's being very patient, which is good to see. I'd much rather see two players playing at their best, and this is already feeling like exactly that. Both these players are playing well, no sign of nerves at this time.
Now, this time to idle is a little bit questionable. He still needs to finish Seduce and get one more mission.
I go and do another flirt at statues, and he was waiting for Twin to go somewhere else where he could flirt, and did precisely that.
I am wondering how he is planning to finish though, because the BB does not seem to be a good option. At least not one that you can easily complete at this point.
He doesn't take the purloin either. Is it going to be a swap?
Could be just an inspect.
I hadn't done inspect yet. Ah.
And Catnip's so certain that it was the spy that didn't want to wait for overtime. I do think that maybe the double briefcase was a little bit, not necessarily questionable, but risky, because it
I
makes
can
your.
tell you from experience, Catnip does do a very good job of tracking fingerprint, and briefcase is the easiest of the fingerprints to track compared to, say,
I
statue
absolutely subscribe
or dragon.
by that statement.
So we now get to see Catnip on her chance here on Happy Hour, Hub 4716 people. It is going to be Catnip 1 with that good shot versus Jyaty 0. If we are ready, it is going to be 3, 2. Catnip playing the Soul Twin, which kind of ruins the point of playing Twin.
He's still a decent character,
I
but
agree,
of
and
course, having another twin just helps, at least in theory.
Jyaty getting a quick highlight for a bug path by Cowboy, and getting some highlights for statues. All standard stuff. Doesn't highlight Andrew Ryan at statue. Not sure if he missed it or if that's something he just doesn't feel like is a spy thing, despite the fact that he highlight boots for the same action. Catnip finally getting her first mission started here with a flirt, 33%.
Unfortunately, the general bailed from the previous convo, so forcing her to waste time. And as a
To
result, we're almost at the 2-minute mark, and you can see that she has a lot less completed at this point than Jyaty had in the previous game.
Ambassador's getting a drink if she wants it. She'll have to demand it, I think. Or she'll just be getting a difficult print.
Footprint is a good thing, though. If you can hit that action test.
I do like Jyaty's lights here. He didn't highlight the Andrew Ryan mustache character. He didn't highlight pearls for statue. He either is really nervous and missing these highlights that he does want to take, or he's playing a more behavioral game than I would be expecting from either way. It's going to go well for him.
I do think that he's much more of a behavioral player, which is maybe a little bit surprising given that he doesn't have too many games. And you kind of expect people to be campers at this level.
On the sniper side, Jyaty, I think statistically also, is a bit of a quick shot. It comes with, he has very good instincts from my experience. Like he sees things and he knows that they are questionable, but he doesn't have the experience to know and say, I've seen this before. He doesn't have the games that, say, Catnip has played. Catnip having 3 times as many games. The Perloid's coming off here. General is taking, and more lowlights by Jyaty. Right after the Purloin. He's only down to like 4 people who are even possible suspects.
Yeah, that's some amazing lighting on his part.
He was low lighting earlier too. I'm not actually sure. It may have been related to the time ad. It may have been he just thought they couldn't be completing missions. But this is very impressive stuff. It's gonna be really hard for Catnip to find a way out of this game. She is going to statues here. She does have the option of swapping if she wants to, and there's enough time on the clock for someone to pick up, and if it ends up being a green swap. It's not. It's a white swap.
And he notices in time.
This is some quality play on both sides. I'm not sure if Catnip's necessarily going to be happy with her play there. I think he did what he needed to do. He had a lot of low lights, and he noticed a swap with 4 seconds to go, which is more than enough time to get that shot off.
I think this is solidly played by Catnip. Like the game wasn't really throwing a lot of chances her way.
For sure. That mean flirt at the beginning. I'm not sure she really had anybody trying to get themselves killed. I'm happy to see that both players are playing well. We are moving on to what would be a Jyaty pick in double modern 3 of 5.
Yeah, so this is Jyaty's pick, his map.
So Catnip loves her pub, and then this will be Jyaty's pick as 3 of 5 double modern. We'll be starting it at 3, 2, 1. Here we go. This is how you play with Twin. Both twins in the game. A lot less people to worry about.
Ambassador is kind to drop the briefcase and run. Just start letting people have fingerprints right from the very beginning.
Banana bread.
I think it seems like Catnip's onto it. She's highlighted both games for briefcase. Unfortunately, with that banana bread, he actually discredits Alice along with a couple other people in the party. It's already what a bug! I'm looking at it
That's a
on
bug
Catnip's.
that came out of
Catnip's
nowhere.
yeah, Catnip's side of him going near the ambassador. She had no vision on that arm.
That was one of the best bugs that you can possibly get in this map. Like obviously the zigzag towards the ambassador is very suspicious, but
So he has 1 minute 15. Traditionally, you want to finish flirt on this map, but we're getting close to where there's going to be a time issue. Fingerprint would also be a time issue,
yeah, you
though.
basically have to do a double green at this point, and you're running the risk of becoming a suspect if you're very aggressive about it.
He's going to Windows. He could just time add to help with the flirt.
That is a risky decision, though, but I guess he has to take a risk anyway at this point.
Oh, so Jyaty going to the back of the conversation here, which will make Purloin a bit better. I'm always slightly suspicious there because this is always where you see Purloins happen. He greens it. Catnip doesn't have
Yep.
vision on the animation, and shot comes off. Indeed. Here 2-1. I would consider this an upset if Jyaty pulls this off.
I would agree, definitely. It was a quality green test, of course. The end, just what he needed to finish it up.
Okay, so we move on to Catnip on double modern. Let's just get the game started here. 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Catnip choosing the more traditional route of not ignoring the flirts.
Banana bread.
That was a good BB into a drink take, but I think Jyaty noticed the talk anyway, so that didn't
Yeah,
quite work out.
there's no other reason you get that highlight other than talking in BB. Only one low light from that, being his ST. It's not a bad BB in any sense. Double modern is always a bit weird because you know who the double agent is, or what particularly their conversation they're in too. So unless the double agent goes over to the other conversation there and he BBs at that point, he's on a short list.
Definitely held to BB a couple times on this map, and usually the AIs are kind enough to make all of these BBs at least workable.
Catnip
Not very
taking
hard to set up
the fingerprint drink.
fingerprint.
the best way to beat most snipers on this map is not doing 2 briefcases because that looks very suspicious. But if you can sneak a print, that was a bug attempt. I
Didn't quite work
didn't
out,
stick.
sadly.
Jyaty didn't catch it, but it's a bit bold by Catnip there, given that all she needs to do is grab that briefcase at some point.
It is going to be a difficult print, though.
It's green though. 10 seconds. Oh no.
And and the shot comes off with
She
just a few
greened it too.
seconds
That's so sad.
left. That is an amazing shot.
Well, I mean, it's mechanical. I don't think Jyaty had the beat on her for the difficult print if she hadn't or something like. That's a bummer because these players are playing so well.
I do wonder if he may have suspected some kind of a bug in the back there, because it's a bit of a risky spot to return the briefcase.
Okay, so we're moving on to balcony because after the game, Catnip had courtyard 2 banned and didn't want to play 4-6 courtyard, and so she decided to pick balcony of all things. So we now get uh, 52 minutes to talk about anything we want because balcony is a crapshoot as far as I'm concerned. Ready when you guys are. It's gonna be 3, 2, 1, go. So we got yourself, Urant, along with Yeesh, Tarpshack, and Seabot, and then these 2 players. He wants to be in that top 2 at the end and expects that she is capable. While I would say Jyaty is a bit more of a dark horse here.
Definitely, he's still relatively new, I guess. Not very well known, but I think he's showing some quality plays.
Yeah, I before the season started, I thought Jyaty was capable. I think over time he needs to pinch a few wins here early and improve his play if he wants to make that top 2, potentially win this division. But oh my goodness, that bug.
Yeah, just a casual wrong arm bug on balcony.
That bug was amazing. Like I only saw it in the list on the bottom. I didn't even see the actual bug.
You can see it if you're looking at it, but well, you can see the lean and the arm a little bit, but it's a split second, and you have to really be concentrated on it. So it's definitely very easy to miss.
We are Jyaty 4, Catnip 1, by the way. Jyaty's already guaranteed himself, in this case, overtime because of the new SEO rules, which we can talk about in a moment. But this is all impressive. We're going to move on to the next game there. I don't think we need to see that bug again, but by Jyaty here. We're going to move on to Catnip. It'll be Catnip on Spy. It's going to be starting 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Jyaty gives out a couple highlights for potential buggers too.
Banana bread as soon as everybody in conversation.
Going
And
fast starts talking as the banana bread comes off, and he had to assume a bug there.
one of the things you can do on balcony, because the double agent is not known, is you can choose who your double agent is, and Orange Dress notorious for being suspicious. Unfortunately, it's incorrect. We are 4-2.
Well, it's hard to blame someone for shooting orange dress.
Precisely. We're still match point here. Our second match point here with Ballroom, 4 of 8. Let's just get started. 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Catnip does have the advantage of being on the sniper side for this map, so there's definitely a chance to catch up. The only problem is that Ballroom is one of the easier maps for Spy to pick up.
Yeah, assuming that you're going to be able to get your flirts in timely, you're going to be able to get your banana bread, and in theory, you can go to mid-statute. All you need to do is get one mission off, and, for example, that bug would do the trick. Jyaty is not highlight.
Bugs are rather difficult to miss on this map, to a point when some people just shoot for 3 missions.
How about green purloins?
They're a little bit less hard to miss, but still quite difficult. Especially you can see that she did not see the list gone for a while, so
Catnip knows, but is it too late? We're at 3 missions done. Jyaty is, for all intents and purposes, rushing this. He can flirt it out if he wants to.
at this point it sounds like a safe decision. If he never goes to statue, then he's probably never getting shot.
On
He
that
used
note,
to go
goes
to
to statue.
statue.
And he greens it! Are you kidding me? Jyaty! This is how you
That's
play Root SpyParty.
green test everything.
3 green tests. Let's go. I like it. A highlight? No, that's not. Oh, the
That
highlight
is
is taking it.
a potential purloin highlight, by the way.
Catnip even going to notice the statue?
Oh, that's the power of
This
the
is
rush.
this is very early in the game. She's not looking for it, and Jyaty with the stylish ballroom play. I enjoyed that thoroughly. Maybe not the most kosher play, but I approve. If you're going to hit your green test, go for it.
It's definitely a pleasure to see in SCL some risky plays, especially by people who are maybe you can sometimes expect to be more conservative, especially seeing as how it's their first competitive match.
Yeah, I think flirting there is definitely the, and I don't think he would have, as long as the ST works, I don't think he would have got shot for it, but I approve. If we can get 9 more games like that, Jyaty might not win the division, but you're my favorite. What a
I
set.
will
I'm
say,
thoroughly that. Go for it.
I will say that he did not complete flirt in this in this game. He didn't flirt on double modern. He just doesn't like this mission, I think.
Yeah, Catnip mentioning in the stream chat that she was not expecting the bug or missed the bug and then not expecting the swap because it was indeed a rush. And that's really the power of a rush, is things like swapping the statue to win the game are not something you're looking for because you're not expecting the game to end on a swap. You still have some time to catch it. And Jyaty mentioning that nerves forced him to swap. I think he knows that flirt may have been, but we don't need the book here today. Let's get some more hype. We're moving on to a new set here, and hopefully it's as hype as that one. Going to be a challenger set.